hope you're out and having a really lovely day today. Before I jump into this video, I just want to point out that I've hurt my arm, so if you see that on my arm, it's okay. I've hurt myself, I burnt myself on our oven and it's quite sore, to say the least. Welcome to my June favourites. We're 6 months into the year. This year is just flying by and I'm a bit scared about it. We're over halfway to Christmas. What is happening? But I hope you've had a really fantastic month and that you've got up to lots of exciting things. I know a lot of people have had exams lately, so if you've had exams, I hope they've gone well. I've had an okay month. It's had its ups and downs. My life is a bit wibbly wobbly at the moment with personal stuff and things, but a lot of good things happened in June. I hit 21,000 subscribers, which was just insane. I couldn't believe it. I cried, shed a tear. It was just really incredible, so thank you so much if you're here and you're a subscriber. I got to do lots of fun things with friends. We're having building work done at the moment, so that's kind of controlling our lives and you'll probably be quite aware about that if you've been watching my weekly vlog. I'm going to stop waffling as I always do and get on with the video and talk to you about a few things that I've loved this month. In a previous monthly favourites video, potentially my May one, I talked about the Beauty Blender sponge and how much I loved it, which I still really do, and I asked for suggestions if you knew of a cheaper one, and you all said the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Mine is dirty. It's a little bit grim at the moment because I used it today and have been using it constantly, and it is a bit bigger than it normally comes because it's damp, but this is awesome. Honestly, I don't know if I love it as much as my Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender might win by like 3%, but this is just crazy good, and I think it's like a third of the price. It's about £5 to £6. You can get it in Boots and Superdrug. It's honestly, it's just so good. It's a very different shape to a Beauty Blender. It has kind of a same sort of tip, the pointed tip that the Beauty Blender has, but then it has a flat surface, which to be honest I don't really use. I'm all about this area, as you can probably tell from how orange it is. I dampen the sponge. You can use this one wet or dry, but I like to use it wet, damp. I slightly dampen it and then I just literally bounce on my foundation and concealer like I did with the Beauty Blender. It's so much cheaper and does just as good a job. Brilliant. So if you haven't got this, please go and try it because it's amazing. Next up is something a little bit different. It is the Colour Sport 30-Day Brow Tint. This was sent to me by the brand to try out and I really like it. As you may know if you watch my weekly vlogs, I have very sparse eyebrows. They're kind of non-existent and I do like them to be quite a lot more defined when I fill them in. So I'm a big fan of eyebrow tinting. I get it done regularly at Benefit, but the tint doesn't always last very long. It kind of fades off after about a week. Always wanted to try an at-home brow tint and this one is really good. It comes in dark brown or black. I have dark brown. You may have seen me actually use this in a weekly vlog and seen the difference it made. It's not as effective as getting your brows tinted at Benefit is, but for an at-home job in a really kind of inexpensive way, it's really good. It says it lasts up to 16 applications. I've only used it twice, so I can't say if I'm going to get 16's worth. Probably get at least another 10, I'd say, maybe. Everything you need is in here. You get a little mixing tray, you get the actual dye, developer lotion, a little spatula and a spoolie to brush it on if you wish to do it that way. I use an eyebrow brush. Put a centimetre of the dye in the tray, add in 10 drops of developer, mix it until it's all smooth, pop it on and wait up to 5 minutes and it's really effective. So if you have sparse kind of eyebrows like me, or you want something that just makes your eyebrows look a lot more done, I would really recommend trying this out. Two more beauty favourites. They're both cheek related, which is quite unusual, but we'll go with it. The first one is the Sleek Contour Kit. I've been looking for this for what feels like months. They never have it in Boots or Superdrug, and if they do, it's always been opened and touched. I was in my local Tesco, which recently has had a massive expansion in the beauty department. There's loads of stuff there, and they had it in the shade Light, which obviously I'm light in everything, I'm so pale, and it was £11, so it's not cheap really for a drugstore product, but considering what some of the more expensive brands are for this kind of thing, it's not too bad. It's going to be hard to show you because all of this is a mirror. It's a cream contour kit and it has 6 shades. I'm not overly into contouring. I kind of like the idea of making my face look slimmer and everything of me look slimmer. I've been using it kind of all the time lately, using the contour shades, kind of dipping in and out of all 3 of them, mixing them up and seeing kind of what shade I want to go for. And then I normally do pop a bit of bronzer over the top, but it's really good. It's very creamy, which I really like. Really easy to work with. It's long lasting, and for £11 you can't go too wrong. My last beauty favourite is a new baby of mine. It is the Benefit Cheek-a-thon palette. This is limited edition, so if you want this you're going to have to grab it because I don't think it's going to be around for much longer. I bought this because I just couldn't see a reason not to buy it. I use the Benefit Hoola bronzer and the Benefit Rockature blush literally every day, and both of them are kind of coming to the end. I've hit pan on Hoola and I'm about to hit pan on Rockature. I do have a spare hula lined up, but this is just an incredibly awesome thing to buy and so worth it for the money. I think it is £44.50, and inside are 5 full-sized blushes or bronzers, and you know what the Benefit boxes are like. You get good sizes in here. It's full size, all of them are full size, and it's just amazing. The packaging is gorgeous. I love the kind of gold, the pink and the stars, and the Benefit ladies kind of doing their thing. It's just so pretty, and oh, I'm really obsessed with it. It also has a large mirror inside, which I won't blind you with again. You open it up and it is just beautiful. So you have 5 of the most gorgeous shades. I haven't been using it too much because I want to really use up the Hoola and the Rocature that I've already got going, but isn't this just beautiful? So you've got Rocature, which is the most gorgeous rose gold, Hoola, which is a really perfect matte bronzer, a kind of rosy pink blush, Dandelion, a more rose brown blush in Dallas, and a coral one which is called Coralista. So worth buying because normally on their own the box blushes are about £20 to £25, so 2 of these is this, so it's crazy good value. It's linked below along with everything else that I can mention in this video, but it's like my child and I'm obsessed. And how handy is this for travelling? I am a huge bookworm. I absolutely love to read. Reading is one of my most favourite things to do. I love the escapism and just the comfort of it. I love nothing more than being snug in bed on a rainy evening reading a book, and I've recently kind of forced myself to get back into reading because it can be very hard to kind of find time to read and dedicate parts of your evening or day or whatever to read. I find the only time I really do read normally is when I'm on the tube because I physically can't get internet or do work or anything, but I'm really into reading at the moment. And one book I read this month which I loved was a book called Am I Normal Yet by Holly Bourne. Am I Normal Yet is part of a series of books which are kind of a series, but you could read them standalone, but I'd 100% recommend reading them in order. So Am I Normal Yet is the first one. I'm working my way through the rest at the moment. The book is focused on a girl called Evie and her life, her friendship group, everything that a teenage girl would go through. However, she suffers with quite extreme OCD, anxiety. Whether or not you've experienced these things in your own life or not, you will relate to parts of this book, and it will give you a much stronger understanding of what people go through that have these issues in their life. I haven't experienced most of the things that she had experienced in the book, but there were some parts of it that I could relate to, which was kind of comforting. I just loved it, and it's a book that I feel like everyone should read. You really should. You will just not be able to put it down, and I just think it should be a must read for everyone. Like, it should be the law that you have to read this book. In June I also went to see a film called Me Before You. I actually mentioned the book in my favourites a while ago. I read the book and loved it, cried my eyes out, adored it, and I was very kind of anxious for the film to come out because I loved the book so much, so I was excited to see it on the screen. And from the trailers and everything I saw, it looked fantastic. It was exactly what I hoped it would be and so much more. It literally was like I was watching the book on the screen. I feel like it can be very disappointing sometimes when you love a book so much and you go and see the film and it just doesn't live up to what you want it to be, but this was brilliant. It's very sad. It's the most I've ever cried at a film, bar Titanic. It really broke my heart, but the way they did the story was beautiful. I think they did the film very well. I do want to see it again, but I don't know if I'm emotionally ready to cry that much again. Obviously I can't have a monthly favourites without including something Disney. So my Disney favourite this month is going to be pin trading. I don't know what happened to me, but I got sucked into this very quickly and now I am a girl obsessed. I did a whole video about pin trading last week, which I'll link below for you to go and watch if you've not seen it, but basically I'm obsessed. I think it's great fun. It's a lovely way to collect Disney souvenirs and mementos. I like to collect them for parks I visited that year, hotels I've stayed in, my favourite characters and films. Just, it's so much fun. I really enjoyed doing it. And if you're watching this kind of as it's uploaded, I'm going to be in Disneyland Paris at that time, and I'm hopefully pin trading my way through the parks. I'm very excited to be pin trading with cast members again. It's just a really great thing to do, and I will link the video below for you to watch if you've not seen it. But I am a woman obsessed at the moment, basically. I really love pin trading. That is the end of my June favourites. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'd love to know what you've enjoyed this month and what you've been up to. Make sure you leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing if you have. It truly means the world, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!